very lovely place in Zurich, in Christie's, during Zurich Art Weekend. And we are with Jutta Nixdorf. Hello, how are you?
Very well. Thank you for having us here and coming to our little preview that we're showing here at the Steinwiesplatz. Thank you.
Thank you for letting us be with you today, and you are some wonderful highlights.
Exactly. We have the pleasure of showing some highlights that will be shown in October in London as well as in Paris, and they make a lovely stopover in Zurich before they finally hit for their final auction destination. So we brought a little overview together.
Yes.
Here, starting with Peter Doig, one of his early cabin paintings, which marks one of the highlights of the upcoming auction in October in London. It's wonderful, and it's an early exploration of his theme of the cabins that he will explore for long after that. And you can see all his influences, being a Scottish born, living in Trinidad, having lived in Canada, and moving between the worlds. It's a very contemporary artist in his own means.
And very impressive.
Yeah, and the longer you look at it, the more depth the painting will get. And you see all these different techniques and styles he's exploring in one painting. The good thing about Peter Doig, you will never get fully through a painting or fully understand it or fully have it. It will always have certain secrets and things to find out while living with it.
Wonderful. And then we're ready.
This is a typical Gerhard Richter strip painting. Imagine they were starting in 2011, drawing a completely new way of defining paintings. One of his current themes is like, how far can painting go? What happens if you take it to the next step, to the impossible, to the things that you're not supposed to do? And here he uses computer and refers to a painting, an abstract painting, which he did in 1990, and by manipulating certain parts of that abstract painting, by multiplying it, high-res it, mirroring it, computer manipulated, he created these impressive strip paintings. And many in Switzerland will probably remember that in 2014 they were shown in the Kunstmuseum Winterthur as one of the first presents of these strip paintings. So we're very happy to have one on view here. There is a nice Kirkby from these wood series that we brought from the private sales, this way of our doing business, and very happy to show it here. This Danish artist who works a lot in the tradition of German paintings. He's very linked to that. The sublime landscape abstraction composition, it grows on you the while. It looks a bit dark, but you can see all the colors shining through in the bottom, in the top. Very impressive size, very good year, 1994.
Again, the detail when you are nearby is incredible.
Exactly. You go backwards, forwards, and you will always find something in it.
Wonderful. Really.
We're very honored to have a private Swiss collection represented here as well, with the largest Jean Art relief that ever came to market, to auction market, having shown it here. The composition itself comes from 29, where you can all see the surrealist elements in it, whereas the coloring came later in the 50s. So you see this from face, it's a very lively, and particularly, as I said, the size is amazing.
But they are all impressive. It's one more fascinating than the other.
We would have loved to devote a whole wall to every of these paintings, but we're very happy to have them crowded on one wall, and they can stand there placed with each other.
And here,
this is, I would love you to guess who that is, because actually it's a very rare piece by Jean Tinguely. and he was very young when he did it. So when you combine it with the works you can see in the Tangeli Museum, or here in Zurich outside, or in Basel at the fountain, this is still a stabile, it doesn't move, but you can already see and guess the development he was taking later in his development. And it's, yeah, we're very happy to see how it will do in Paris, because he has a very international fan base. It's not a Swiss artist, but
I love, you know, the lighting with it.
Exactly. It's a little bit of a Swiss corner, no?
Beautiful. Fantastic. That's beautiful. Wow.
And we tell tiny chapter of collecting art. These two works come from the Morton Newman collection in the US, an impressive collection, very carefully put together over decades. And these two works funnily come even from the similar year, 49 and 50, and they somehow have the same, little bit similar feel to it. You can understand how a collector who would love the Woman by Dubuffet also love the rules, where his taste comes from, and that's very interesting about collectors, like to follow their eye and their preferences, which makes it very interesting to present more works from one collection than just an individual piece.
Indeed.
So even by the frame, not that this is the most important part, but you can see
it makes it very personal, you know. That
absolutely.
You can
and he had an eye for rarity. I mean, Waltz, this German, little bit outside artist, did less than 100 paintings in his lifetime. They come so rarely to the market that it's really a treat to can work with it as closely as we can do it, and to have it, and to have it here in Zurich for the next days. We're very honored about this. Also, these women series from Dubuffet, this series he was only doing for 2 years. So again, very rare, and you can see the taste of the collector just by these two works.
Love it, this combination of the stone, wonderful.
And this time we're very honored not only to have paintings in our preview, but something very special. We are super honored to offer one of the best, if not the best, collection of pocket watches from a private Swiss collection. And there will,
how many you said?
More than 400 pocket watches are in this collection. It's the one of a lifetime chance to buy an impressive pocket watch, and that is a market who was a little bit slow in recent years. Like about 5 years ago, everybody was only interested in wristwatches. And pocket watches were not so much the favor of the day. But then things changed and people started again appreciation the pure craftsmanship that went into.
In fact, if you see the details, it's incredible here. One of these highlights you have, they are all, it's incredible, all of them.
It's again the rules for pocket watches follow the rules of the market. The brand and the maker and the artist is a very important criterion. So these two are early examples of Breguet watches, like a brand that these are from the 19th century and still exists. They have a tradition, they have all the experience, and they are so rare still to have, and the condition is absolutely marvelous. And we started in May already with a collection of pocket watches when people were still wondering, is there a market out there? And we get so many great feedback from the market and new collectors who actually appreciate these little treasures of pocket watches. So we are very excited to see them starting in the live sale in Geneva in November.
In November, okay.
And then a dedicated single owner online sale. So everybody will have a chance to see all the watches online soon.
Wonderful preview, really. Little glimpse of craftsmanship, that it's extraordinary. Wonderful. that's you know, it's one as I said, it's so beautifully to have this cozy and but beautiful pieces next to each other. It's again a wonderful feeling that we can't.
Yeah, but it's one of the rules of art. Like everything that's great and great quality goes well together. If it's a watch and a painting, or if it's old and new paintings, if the quality is right, all things will nicely go together.
Thank you, Jutta. Thank you so much for for your time. Again, it was a beautiful insight of your future and very soon auctions. So again, thank you, and please join Zurich Art Weekend during these days. The viewing will be until when?
It will be until Sunday night.
Fantastic. So very soon.